In today's video, we're going to cover what to talk about on a first date with a woman if you are rich. Now, I see some successful guys struggling with this, so I wanted to make a video about it because I'll tell you, the words are not the most important, but if you don't even know what to say or you feel like you are a bit lost on that first date, you end up having very logical conversations that lead nowhere, that get you ghosted after the first date. And this might be with women that you could potentially connect, because what is the goal? The goal is to find your ideal girlfriend. But because of a lack of ability in this area, you're messing up those first dates. So today we're going to have the solution for this. And we will start with the law of state transference, because this is a very important concept to cover so that you understand what comes after that. You're going to get to a point where all the conversations that you have with a woman are super smooth, you feel natural, you feel like you're not doing anything, but you're having a good effect. That is the ideal. The ideal where you're not trying to have some perfect pickup line or some perfect 5 topics of conversation that you should have to seduce a woman. You're not trying to do any of that. You're having very direct, very clear communication with the woman. You're having a lot of fun. You're able to share passion with her as well. And you're even able to share arousal, excitement between each other. And again, everything flows very naturally. That's what we're going to cover in today's video. And at the end, I'm going to give you a bonus that is going to change completely the way that you go on a date and the way that you conduct the date with a woman. Is going to get you results in an incredible way. So, first of all, the law of state transference. This is what you feel, she feels. And this is super key because many guys try to think, look, I just want to make the girl laugh. I want to make sure that she has a good time. And I get where you're coming from. It's a great place to come from because you want to make sure that she feels comfortable, that she's okay in the day. That's an amazing quality. You have that kindness with you that is going to be super useful down the line. Now, what is the problem? The problem is that when you focus on her, you focus on her style of humor. What is the joke that is going to make her laugh? What is the topic of conversation that she is going to be interested in talking about? Then you lose your essence, number one. Number two, you stop filtering because you're so focused on her, you forgot about your preferences. I will repeat, you're so focused on making her laugh, putting forward the topics and conversations that she wants to have, that you forgot to present and convey your own identity and allow the woman to understand who she is in front of and understand if she wants in or if she wants out. And this is a key thing if you are looking to find your ideal girlfriend. You want to filter. As a high quality guy, as a successful guy, if you do things correctly and if you learn cold approach, you're going to have a lot of options. So it's not like you're going to go out and start a relationship with the first woman that gives you some attention. This is what most guys do, by the way, successful or otherwise. This is what happens. And I think you can do better. So you want to filter, filter, filter. And that's why you don't want to focus all the topics of conversation on what is she going to like, but more so, what is going to make me feel fun, passion, and also arousal. Those are the 3 main emotions that 2 people who connect with each other are going to want to feel in that first and second and third and fourth date. So thanks to the law of state transference, which is that what you feel, she feels, because emotions are contagious. That's why when you yawn, somebody else wants to yawn. Everybody has experienced this. Or whenever a friend starts laughing uncontrollably, maybe even you remember in college or in high school, some friend makes a joke and then he starts laughing uncontrollably. And just by looking at him, you cannot control your own laughter. You start laughing and you don't even remember what the joke was, or it wasn't even funny. But it's just like the law of state transference makes you feel those emotions, and both of you get some kind of penalty. So the same thing is applied to dating. If you want to make sure that the woman has fun, You have to have fun yourself first. And in order to do this, you have to know your sense of humor. What kind of humor makes you laugh uncontrollably? One exercise that I give my clients to do to find what I call your own emotional buttons, your buttons that you can press, quote unquote, and make you feel certain emotions. So I can do certain things that make me feel fun. I can do certain things that make me feel passion. I can do certain things that make me feel arousal. And those are your emotional buttons. When you focus on yourself, you're going to be able to, number one, create better emotions for the woman if she's a good fit for you, and also filter because you're going to be conveying your own sense of humor, your own passion, your own type of arousal, and you're going to allow the woman to either opt in or opt out. So you can watch stand-up comedians to find out your own sense of humor. So what type of jokes, what type of narrative makes you laugh uncontrollably? One of the favorite comedians that I have, for example, is Louis C.K. So his type of humor is very funny for me. You might have your own favorite type of humor. It doesn't have to be a stand-up comedian. It can be like a movie, a certain scene that makes you laugh. And you want to remember those types of jokes and humor, and you want to convey that in that first date. So you may even do stupid, if what makes you laugh is stupid dad jokes, you can make stupid dad jokes. And if you really feel the fun, the woman that you're with, if she's a good fit for you, she's gonna feel that fun as well. And you're gonna have an amazing time together. But if you think, okay, what can I do to make the girl laugh? Then you start getting into your head, you start feeling tense, and nothing is gonna come out right. And number two, you're not gonna filter because you're gonna be so focused on her, you're gonna forget about your own preferences. Number two, passion. So this is what topics you're gonna talk about. And you do not have to talk about the topics that, oh, she is a dancer, so I'm gonna talk about dancing only because that's gonna make her feel interested in the conversation. Well, guess not. Not always. Because the woman not always wants to only talk about herself and the things that she already has in her day to day. And especially if those things create no emotion in you and on her either. She wants to know about you. And also, if you start talking about things that are passionate for you, she's gonna feel that same passion. I'll give you an example. So I've told this before that for my girlfriend, the first date that we had, I was talking about the fact that I'm a health nut and the fact that I love healthy living and I go to the gym a lot and I do not drink alcohol for years and caffeine. And we started talking about these and we talked about self development as well. And we talk about all these topics that are a passion of mine. And whenever I'm talking about them, the woman can see that passion, that interest, and she also gets engaged in the conversation. And that's the key to have smooth and natural conversations. What you would do anyway, what you would talk about anyway. And number three, arousal. So, look, in the first date, you want to sprinkle in some arousal. You don't want to be this type of guy that is only thinking about sex and is only thinking about how to get the woman to sleep with him on the first date. Because if you just want to hook ups, okay, that's fine. But if you actually want to find your ideal girlfriend, this should be of no relevance whatsoever because you want to filter, filter, filter. It doesn't matter. Okay, if she's not your woman, then it's not even important if you sleep together or not. So that arousal, you don't want to overdo it, but you want to sprinkle it in. And this is done by, first of all, having good non-verbals, which is the bonus that I'm going to give you. Because whenever you have a very good eye contact, whenever you have a very good voice projection, whenever you know how to calibrate the physical contact and the proximity, so sometimes you're going to be a bit farther away, sometimes you're going to be closer. When you know how to calibrate this, and especially your presence, your grounding energy, you're going to be able to create that arousal in yourself and the woman as well. And the bonus as well is that before the date, you want to be present and you want to be relaxed. So all the stresses of your day, of your work, of your business, you want to leave them at home and you want to go with a clear head. And that's going to allow you to really be present. And by the state of low transference, it's going to allow the woman to be present as well. If you're in a date thinking about some stress of the day or you're tense, or the woman is going to feel the same. That's why before the date, if you want, put some music. Start relaxing a little bit. Start feeling the joy of life. You're about to meet a beautiful woman, a woman that you can potentially connect with. Like my friend, get a smile on your face and stop worrying about the admin things, what you have to do tomorrow, what you did yesterday. Be present. And again, that's going to allow you to create that sexual tension, which is also something important, because if you only have fun and passion, congratulations, you have a very good friend. You need the arousal, both you feeling it and the woman feeling it, so that there's a premise of a man to woman interaction. And again, what you feel, she's gonna feel. So if you also focus on the things that create the arousal for you, maybe she has a very beautiful hair and you really enjoy that, or her skin, or her eyes, or her voice, or her smell, and you focus that and you're present, you start feeling those emotions, you're gonna transfer those emotions to the woman as well. So those are the points of the video, just to go over them very quickly again. Number one, the emotional buttons, the law of state transference, what you feel, she feels, finding your own emotional buttons so that you can pretty much do something to you to feel fun, do something to you to feel passion, do something to you to feel arousal. And you start sprinkling those in, and naturally, you're gonna feel those emotions and transfer them to the woman. No try hard things, no seduction tactics, no 5 topics of conversation article that you have to read. No, your own things. And point number 2, that's gonna allow you to filter the type of woman that you want by your side, because she's, besides the law of state transference that she feels those emotions, she's also gonna think about it logically, like, okay, well, we talked about, healthy stuff, or we talked about this type of humor, and I really enjoyed with him, so I really want to see him again. I want to see him again. He's conveyed his personality. Or that guy is not for me. I'm more into another type of person. Totally fine. And nonverbals, working steadily on improving your voice projection, working steadily on improving your body language. These are things which we're going to cover in other videos. Start thinking about them, working on your eye contact as well, and being able to have that sexual tensions thanks to that. So that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. And as usual, if you're a 7 to 8 figure entrepreneur, business owner, and you would like help finding your ideal girlfriend in person without relying on dating apps or social media, then you'll have somewhere to contact me on the description of this video. It's been a pleasure having this video with you. I'll see you in the next one.